This is my least favorite word on the planet. If you know anyone who uses this word more than once a year, stop talking to them because they're generally full of crap. All right, one of the toughest things about getting old or just being a guy is addressing something like erectile dysfunction, right? You're not feeling well, eventually you go to the doctor. But erectile dysfunction is something that guys tend to overlook because they don't want to address it and go have that difficult conversation with their spouse or their doctor or their girlfriend, whoever it is. And that's where today's video sponsor, Roman, is here to help. Roman is a digital health clinic for men. Roman provides effective FDA-approved treatments for ED. Treatment with the Roman platform is super convenient. It allows you to be evaluated, diagnosed, and receive treatment all from the comfort of your own home. The initial online visit and all follow-ups are free, and you'll always get free 2-day shipping. Shipping is always discreet, and ED treatments start at just $2 a dose. All treatments depend on gaining a prescription after a medical evaluation by a doctor or nurse practitioner on the Roman platform. So to try them out, visit ro.co/SSR. That's ro.co/SSR. It's going to save you 20% off your first treatment. That's ro.co/SSR. I put a link right below in the description. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, here we go. So I found myself this morning scrolling through my Instagram stories. One of my good friends reshared this little bundle of joy, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, all right, free TikTok advice for finances for people. And this guy was essentially saying that his 16-year-old is more financially savvy than you. Let's check it out.
This is my daughter, Maddie. We're at a car dealership right now, and she's about to buy her first car. Tell me how you're buying your first car.
This morning, I went to the bank. I got my first car loan. I qualified for $15,000.
At what interest rate?
3.5%. With the money that I have saved up, I have $7,000 in cash. I'm going to invest that into an Airbnb property and get 14% interest back, so that way I can use that money to pay off my car loan. So basically, kind of getting a car for free.
Wait, Maddie, can you explain that one more time, a little more simply?
Yeah, so it cost me 3 cents to borrow $1 from the bank, and then I go and take that dollar, not my dollar, and I give it to someone for 14 cents. And then so 14 minus 3, 11, so I keep the difference in the middle.
Wait, what's that called?
Arbitrage.
Boom! You buy assets that then cash flow and pay for your stuff.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. There is, like, Billy Madison. Remember Billy Madison? This was my initial thought.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
So there was too much to say. So naturally I share it amongst my friends and be like, look how stupid this is. And then I look and it's got not 1,000, almost 1 million likes, hearts. It's almost 1.8 million views, which means people are watching this and then believing it. And I even told Anna, I'm like, look, this is so dumb. I can't even, like, I'd have to call you to walk you through this, to tell you just how dumb what you're playing is. The only thing that I've learned from that is a girl has $7,000 and went and got a car loan. So, like, that's all that transpired. Now, let's break this down just so I can point it out. Now, this guy, it seems like he's coming from a good place, trying to teach people to be financially savvy, right? And look, if you have cash, I absolutely applaud investing the cash into something that will make money versus going and spending it on something, right? Like, that makes sense because when you can get passive income, your life becomes much more easy because now you're not just relying on your own labor to generate money to fund your lifestyle. You actually have money coming in when you're not really doing anything. Let's not forget, though, that stuff all involves risk, right? No matter what it is, there's risk involved. You either need a lot of money, and the more money you have, the less risk is generally involved, but you need a lot of money or you're taking a lot of risks. So let's talk about Maddie, who is his daughter. She's going to get a car loan, right? So let me just tell you why this is wrong. I don't like to just say something is silly or they're not giving enough information. I can infer as to what they're going at, and none of it makes sense. So she's going for her first car loan, assuming she's 16, 17. So she's been working for 6 months, 12 months, a year. Who knows what state she's in. Maybe she's been working for a year, saved up $7,000. Good for you. I applaud that, and I applaud the fact that she's getting her own car and daddy's not paying for it. That's always a good thing. And dad, not daddy. You know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be demeaning. So the girl's getting her own car, and her car loan is 3.5%, which the video was made a month ago. The car loans haven't been at 3.5%. Depends on the bank, especially used cars. And for $15,000, I'm assuming she'd be getting a used car. But let's just use the math. She's inferring that she is now getting a car at a 3.5% loan for $15,000, so she can take her cash that she has saved up, not put it towards the car, and then use that to invest to make other money. And when she breaks that down, she says she's going to invest in Airbnb and make 14% returns, while using the bank's money because the bank is lending her the money that she would otherwise be using for the car. Let's put it this way. Then they drop the word, this is my least favorite word on the planet. If you know anyone who uses this word more than once a year, stop talking to them because they're generally full of crap. Arbitrage.
Arbitrage.
Boom.
Like, arbitrage is this. So financial institutions with hundreds of billions of dollars can arbitrage when, say, financial markets have something listed at different prices, right? Like, and there's like a micro change, like something's listed on the London Stock Exchange versus the NASDAQ or something like that. And it's like, here it's listed for $20, there it's listed for $20.05. And they do this instantaneous transaction where they buy $100 million worth of it and instantly sell $100 million worth, taking advantage of that sliver of price change there. And they've made $500,000 by leveraging $100 million by taking advantage of a transaction. Arbitrage is not getting a bank loan on a car and then using cash you have to invest elsewhere. That's not arbitrage. That's you've decided to invest your cash that you have because cash is a value. And the value is either now, in this situation, saving her 3.5% interest. That is what she would have to borrow. Or she could use it and put it in an investment that is riskier, but it is what it is. Here she's trying to say that she's got guaranteed 14% returns for Airbnb, which that's not in the stock market, right? Because Airbnb stock is down almost, 20% from where it started. And so you would have lost money if you did that. But also, it's not enough to go buy a property. Like, you can't go $7,000 in Airbnb unless you're getting guaranteed 14% returns, which I looked up. If somebody is offering that, like, oh, I'm aggregating all your cash and I'm going to go buy Airbnbs and I'll guarantee you 14% returns. And you know what guaranteed returns are? Guaranteed you're probably going to get scammed. Because Bernie Madoff, everybody that guarantees returns, what happens? Guarantees always end up being Ponzi schemes, and they tumble every day, right? So anyone that's thinking there's a guaranteed return of 14%, it's aside for that. But let's just pretend that she knows something I don't, and there's a guaranteed 14% return out there. She's got $7,000, and we're not talking about compound interest, which is what I tell people to focus on when they're investing. And trust me, don't just because I have cars, don't take me as a financial guru. Take everything I say as a statement and my opinion, and then you can pick it apart and look for flaws in my logic. That's part of what we're doing. I'm not selling you a book like the millionaire hairstylist guy.
Boom.
Who's selling you secrets to be rich, because I've learned this. Anyone that's got the secrets to being rich don't need to write ebooks for you. They're floating around on a yacht. You don't even know who they are, right? And if you figure out a way to make money without doing anything, you just sit back and enjoy life. You're not out there trying to help other people on TikTok. Think. So she's making her 14%, right? 14%, that's 15 grand. 14% is about $950, $980 a year, something like that. Do the math, divide that by 12, you're at like $85 a month in interest. And you can't reinvest that money because you're using it to make your car payment. So you're getting $85 a month with your guaranteed 14% off of your $7,000, $85 a month, and your principal never goes up. So you're just always getting a smooth $85 a month. Now your car payment on a $15,000 loan, even at 60 months, it's 5 years traditional loan, you're paying almost $300 a month. So that $80 a month isn't even coming close to paying for the car. It may be paying for one tank of gas. So the idea that you're telling people, like, just take your $7,000 and you're arbitraging the bank's money by taking this $15,000 that can only be used to purchase the depreciating asset that you're buying already, and pretending like you're leveraging anything, all you've done is taken your $7,000 and invested it with some risk. Because if you, let me tell you this, if you bought an Airbnb a year ago, guess what? The real estate market's tanking right now. So like, $7,000 isn't going to buy you any real estate. It's not even going to buy you a tent in the middle of the woods. But like, you can't just invest $7,000 in Airbnb without just buying shares of the stock, which then you're not even guaranteed a 14% return. You're guaranteed nothing in the stock market. The stock market, everybody's like crying right now because the stock market collapsed 40%. So this is all nonsense. If you ever hear the word arbitrage, just run. Like, just be like, cool buzzword. It's like the guys that are BS in business are like, synergy, and yeah, we're working on KPIs, and like, you just listen to them dropping all these buzzwords, and they've never done anything. Oh, you're working that, oh, he was at that company that got bought. What did he do? He didn't do anything. You're riding the coattails of the people that are actually chugging that train along, and then you're pretending like you're some guru. Enjoy your windfall, but you don't know what you're doing. So, I'm sorry, Maddie, lovely girl. This guy seems like a nice guy. Their heart seems to be in the right place. Takeaways here. If you have cash, yes, it's good to use cash that you have instead of buying silly stuff like belts and clothing and fancy stuff and watches and stuff that you don't need. Go out and invest it. Anything you can invest that would generate passive income for you, great, even better. Your life will be much easier generating passive income. This is incomprehensibly dumb. Like, everything that they say makes no sense. Arbitrage drives me nuts. Like, if you want to get under my skin and you walk past me instead of just being like, you say arbitrage, I'm going to know you watch this video.
Arbitrage.
Boom.
Arbitrage, the way it's used is everybody thinks they've got this like magic thing like, ooh, arbitrage, that's how I got rich. And then everyone's like, ooh, arbitrage, that guy is really smart. He knows how to arbitrage. And it's so dumb. I could be like, you know what? Finance guy may come out here and say, here's where Rob is wrong. Please, let's educate people instead of pretending like they're dumb and you know something that they don't. Because the fact that almost 2 million people watch this video and it's still chugging along, and it seems like this girl is arbitraging and getting a free car when all she's doing is getting a car loan. Great. I mean, I applaud you for getting a car. I applaud you for getting a car loan. But like, you're not paying for it with your $7,000. You're only saving 3% interest on $7,000 over 5 years, which is whatever, $600, $500, whatever it is. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. I don't, this is not me trying to pick a fight with the guy. I don't care. But after I watched this video, I told my friend, I'm like, look, like this, I got a lot to say about this. And this doesn't make sense. I watched this video for this guy probably 10 times, just hoping it would make sense. It doesn't. Rob Ferretti, see you next time.